This is my long, luxurious blonde hair. Ain't it pretty? Yeah. I could put it in a ponytail, wanna see? Yeah. No. You do? Yeah. Okay, let me get off my shoulder, wait. See, look, see? And look, now it's in my eyes.
Yeah, back in 1984, I performed my one-woman show on Broadway at the Lyceum Theater. So I'm excited that for the first time, it's being reimagined as the Whoopi Monologues at Lincoln Center by a talented group of women who will be joining us right now. So please welcome Kerry Washington, Whitney White, Carrie Young, and Danielle Pinnock. So they brought me flowers.
We're just giving you your flowers. That is what this whole thing is about.
Can I give them to somebody?
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's Brian. Look.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They're beautiful.
EP, y'all.
Don't keep them, though.
They're beautiful. So I guess I have to go first.
Yes, it's you.
Okay, so Kerry, it was your idea
Yes.
to reimagine Whoopi's monologues.
Yes.
So how did seeing Whoopi's one-woman show influence you as a kid? Because we've talked about that before. And why did you want to bring it back to the stage? It's a huge endeavor.
It is a huge endeavor because Whoopi has been such a groundbreaker and a trailblazer and an inspiration for so many of us. And throughout my career, it became a bonding place with other actresses. I would meet other actresses, black, white, all in between. And we would talk about how this show impacted us and our idea of what was possible, how you could really affect someone's heart and mind through theater,
and
through
create.
storytelling, yes. And I watched Whoopi as a child be everybody. I was like, she can do anything. And it made me feel like I could do anything. Wow. Yeah.
Well, I have to ask Whoopi, this is a huge part of your legacy. What made you say yes to Kerry?
Oh, gosh.
Couple of things. Her parents.
Oh,
Because Carrie's parents allowed her to see my show.
And I was very young.
And she was very young. And she was allowed to sing my opening song as long as she was doing it as the character. Yeah. And when she said, I would like to do this, and I thought, okay, and she's magnificent. So how do you say no to somebody who you know can rock the hell out of stuff?
But I also knew, and I think this is a great segue to the other incredible women up here. I knew that I couldn't do this alone because there is only one Whoopi Goldberg. And what you did was so, well, you're so special. And so it's taking 5 actresses to embody the work that you did as one woman. And it's so fun to join together and to do that as a sisterhood.
it's so much.
Yeah, but look at the actresses.
I know.
It's not like
I can't wait to see it.
each of them could do the whole thing by themselves. That's the beauty of this cast.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, let me ask you, Whitney, because you're directing the show.
Yeah.
You've cast 5 different actors who will each do one of Whoopi's monologues. And how are you reimagining the show for this new audience? And what do you want them to take away from it? Because as Kerry just said, it means so many things to so many different people.
What's so incredible about this piece of theater is you don't need to reimagine it because the writing is so brilliant, it's so current. The themes deal with the same things that we're dealing with today, and so it was less about reimagining for me and just opening it up. And we have these 5 women that represent different communities, that look different, and I think these 5 women will reflect the audience and the world in a beautiful way. Because this one brilliant woman made a pathway for us all. And all I'm hoping the audience to take away is the desire to keep telling Whoopi's stories. Because I think it's a great American work that should be done everywhere, every
our
year.
canon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just like Death of a Salesman. It
Yes.
should be done everywhere. So that's my great hope.
Well, Kara, you're going to be doing Fontaine in this show. Whoopi's monologue about a drug addict with a PhD. And you said that you grew up...
He's a junkie. Let's just, it's important to say that word. He's a junkie. He's not a drug addict. He's a junkie who also happens to be a PhD.
So you're playing a junkie.
Yeah.
You said that you grew up around a lot of Fontaines here in New York. What are you hoping comes across in Fontaine's story?
Oh man, so many. I hope so many things comes across in Fontaine's story, but you know, ultimately the humanity that Fontaine walks with, and the nerding out, how Fontaine nerds out on history, and how like there's so much. I think we're digging into the work right now, and it's very like it's very alive.
Yes.
And it feels like I'm looking at people that I grew up with, and people that I said good morning, good afternoon, good night to, no matter what their circumstances were. So it's one of those roles that I feel like it's paying homage to a lot of the people who go unseen, unheard, and people that don't look at these people in the world. And you know, we're all humans.
Yeah.
And I think that's the crux of Fontaine is humanity, and the humanity within all of us, and that we have to pay attention to everyone.
Yes, preach.
Cannot wait to see this play. Danielle, now you're going to be doing the Jamaican lady monologue. Now, you said that you heard about this production a year ago, and you have been praying for a role in the show ever since. So tell us how it all happened, and why being in this show in particular is sort of full circle for you.
Well, Whoopi Goldberg, you are my North Star, and the light that you've shown for all of us, the path that you've laid, is literally the groundwork as to why a lot of us have become artists. There was a lot of times where I felt like there was no place for me, and watching your career has inspired me to say, okay, and has kept me encouraged to say, keep going. And I used to, when I was in high school, I used to take the 167Q bus from Teaneck, New Jersey to Port Authority and go to the Lincoln Center Library and watch this one-woman show every single weekend to keep me encouraged as an artist. And so to be at the Lincoln Center feels so full circle. But playing this character, I'm first generation Jamaican American, born to very proud Jamaican immigrants. And so I think a lot of times immigrants are reduced to politics and headlines. This monologue gives a human face to those immigrant stories. It's a story of my grandmother coming here for the first time, my mother, my father, and it is so damn funny. It is so funny. And I'm telling you, I've hired my coaches, my Mama Joan, my Mama Joan, and also legend from Jamaica, Oliver Samuels, who is one of the best comedians in the Caribbean, and he's flown to New York, so I get those cultural specificities. And so I'm with the direction of Whitney White and this incredible cast. I just am so excited for you to see it. I really am.
I'm excited.
Wow.
They all, you know, all these people live in my head and have lived in here for however long it was since I've done this. But the one thing I'm gonna, have you ever heard the commercial?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We will.
Oh, yes. Grew up with that.
I'm telling you, it used. Do you all remember this commercial? If you're from New York, it used to come on every 20 seconds. It felt like, come back to Jamaica.
Oh my God. What's new? Yeah.
And there'd be this beautiful man walking down the thing. You know, it's just. That's where that all came from. That's where that all came from. So yeah.
Unveiling the inspiration. But Kerry, you'll be doing the Surfer Girl monologue, which Whoopi did in her iconic Valley Girl voice that she still does on the show occasionally. And Whoopi has said one of the reasons she created her one-woman show was because she was tired of people in the industry telling her she didn't fit and that there wasn't a place for her. So she just made her own path. Is that something you can relate to? Because you kind of addressed that as to the inspiration behind watching this as someone coming up in the arts.
Yeah, I have to say, for me, I love acting, but I also really love producing. And this is something that I'm very proud. My company, Simpson Street, is producing with Lincoln Center. And producing brings me joy because I get to not just create opportunities for myself to chase excellence, but create communities where we chase excellence together. So in addition to the women up here, we also have Dominique Fishback and Keisha Lewis. It's an incredible cast. And we're all playing these characters that are so important because this kind of gets to something Kara said. All of these characters, you feel like you know them. You already know them. And that's why they so easily slide into your heart when you're watching them. But then what Whoopi does with the writing is she surprises you. She uncovers something about somebody that you think you know and reminds you that there's even more in there that you didn't understand. And that bridging of hearts, that inviting people to step into each other's shoes, to understand each other on a deeper level, that's the power of theater. That's what you've taught us. And that, for me, that's why I love to be able to create opportunities where we can keep telling stories, keep creating community, keep trying to understand each other and build bridges.
And get other people to do the same.
Yes.
Because this, I'd go audition for stuff and they'd be like, oh, no, you're not doing it. Not you.
And you created
And I thought, well, I know how to do this.
Yeah.
I'm good. And nobody knew any of the... Nobody knew I had written these monologues because they thought they were from all these plays I had done.
Wow.
So that's what I would say to people. Oh yeah, this is a monologue. I did it like in 1970, and here it is. And then I would do a monologue. And they'd go, oh my God, where's that from? It's like, that's a show I did.
Well, we're also including a monologue from the 2000s. So it's from the show in the 80s and the 2000s. So it's really her whole life's work we got wrapped up in.
Wow. Whoopi, I've had the honor of sitting with you for 10 years. And you have been such an influence in my life, in my career, the lives of my kids. And it doesn't amaze me anymore how many actors come on and say you were their North Star, you influenced them so much, because I've been influenced in that way. And I thank you for that. And so my question is, and Whoopi doesn't like to take her flowers, has been my experience.
TikTok.
How does it feel, but how does it make you feel when you hear so many actors, so many women come to you and men and say, you are the reason why they're doing what they do?
That, I love that. I love that because there's so many people who influenced me, to do what I do, and who I believed were saying to me, hey, come over here. We're your people. So I like that. But the thing that really sort of gets to me that I've not experienced before is hearing people talk about the writing. I've never, because I've not experienced it, so I'm looking forward to this because I did it for a very specific reason, and that was to say, listen, damn it, I'm here. Here I am. And at some point, you're going to have to see me. And Mike Nichols said, okay, well, here you go. And he put me right here. So I was
lucky. The magic of that, that in you saying, I'm here, that we have gotten to say and now get to say, we are here. That this community of artists, that we're all here and lifting up your writing that is so, I mean, you know it's great writing when it's easier to learn. You know that when you're learning a piece and it's really hard to learn, you're like, this doesn't make any sense. This doesn't work. But your writing, it just lives in us.
I'll also add to that the writing, these people that you've written, there is like an overwhelming resilience of Whitney, our incredible leader, has really opened the world up for us when we're looking at people putting one foot in front of the other and saying, I'm going to get up and I'm going to face the day,
She's amazing. I mean, Whitney is off the hook and brilliant.
And Tony nominated.
History-making
director.
You guys, I have to say thank you all for coming. We love you. You can see the Whoopi monologues at the Mitzi E. Newhouse Theater at Lincoln Center Previews begin on July 7th.
Yay!
Do yourself a favor. I think it's worthwhile. So I'm inviting you all, come see our show.